Hello everyone, we are live and we are on Saturday. And today I'm not going to show myself on camera, but I am really happy to be there for you and to give you some French nuggets. As the previous videos, this is the 7th one. So I was doing a marathon a few weeks ago and I'm back with my marathon. I'm doing 30 videos in 30 days in June. And today we are on Saturday, which is samedi. And samedi is also an expression that is in 3 words, but it's not spelled the same. So samedi, normally Saturday, it's Samedi. And samedi, that's the expression. Like that speaks to me. It is speaking to me. It's sa, ca with the ccd, then another word me, and then the third and last word dit, samedi. And so it's just to tell you that French is incredible. And in order to stretch your brain, I can give you some nuggets, by the way. As you hear, ça me dit, CA with CCD. And the CCD is important because without the CCD, it could be K me dit. Because CA, normally without the CCD, it's K. And with the CCD, it's ça. And it is applying for the A, the O, and the U. If you have to pronounce the S sound like lesson, Lesson, then it's leçon, Lecon, but with the CCD, because if you forget the CCD, it is pronounced like lecon. And I don't advise you to say lecon in front of someone in French, because this is an expression that says it's a stupid one. So I'm going to rapidly check YouTube and LinkedIn to see if I am well audible, because we are starting right now. This was a refresh few minutes before. Thank you again also for the replay team for watching, and live also if you catch live. And we are live. Probably I'm going to be more my voice with my mic like that, and I will see. Yes, and if you have an echo, because I have a, so I will see if like this way it will be fine. I'm just now checking if I am also audible on LinkedIn. Let me know in the comments how are you feeling on this Saturday. This is the end of the week number 23. And it is 9 p.m. my time, noon PST, 3 p.m. EST. And I take some time to check. Let me know in the comments how are you feeling today. I love to speak like that with a smooth voice at the end. Okay. So feel free in the comments to share any question, because this is also the LAMA, not the cousin of the dromedary, but literally ask me anything about French or about new language coaching. So normally I am audible on YouTube. Yes, I love when my voice is audible. Let me know also. I'm really happy to see your comments and to see any question. And this particular session, I'm going to talk about the verbs. Yesterday I was talking about death and grief, because sadly one of my best friends passed away a few days ago, and it was very sad for me. And I was talking about décès, deuil, mort, regret. Feel free to get back to because I'm not going to make it more into the details. and I'm still grieving, and it's normal. Because there is no agenda in grieving. So now I'm going to talk about the continuation on the nouns that are derived from verbs, because there are verbs that are only used as verbs, and then their infinitive is also used as noun, like avoir, être are the best two examples, because these are the most famous verbs in French, because also they are part of the composed tense, avoir or être, to have or to be. And although you can have the infinitive like avoir or être à l'heure, avoir faim, to be hungry, to be on time. There is also the noun un avoir, des avoirs, or les avoirs in the plural. Un avoir singular, les avoirs, des avoirs in the plural. And then un être. And also, I wonder, I never asked myself if you can say une être, but maybe. Because it is also agreeing with the person, but être, normally it's neutral. Un être humain, a human being, so being, and un avoir, it's a possession, having belongings. Des avoirs, or could be also related to finances. So there are many significations. But être, it's a being, un être formidable, a fantastic being. That was Zebi when she was on Earth, and she is still exceptional in my heart, Zebi. Un être humain, a human being. So there are verbs that are also used for noun. Also for expression, but also as noun. And I was talking about that the last time, like some examples, like savoir. Savoir is a verb infinitive, and then there is also un savoir, le savoir, des savoirs. That's information, knowledge. Let me know if you have any question, or if you would like me to talk about a specific verb in French that you know in English. Because I bet you can also have that in English. I don't know if all the verbs are like that, but here, by instance, being, it's like the form of the present continuous. Human being. So that's very interesting. In French, there are multiple versions, multiple ways of saying things, and so it varies. And so I was talking about different verbs, savoir, and could be also an adjective, like son bon vouloir. Vouloir is the will, je veux, it's I want. And son bon vouloir is when you are waiting for someone's consent. And so there is also, so vouloir, I'm going this evening to talk about multiple verbs. Vouloir, devoir, pouvoir. And also, there are verbs that are only used as one person. And it's the same with English. An example is that normally you can say, I must, you must, he, she must, we must, you must, and they must. But then there is also falloir, which is more related, like it must. And in that case, the form must is only with it. There are verbs that are only using the third person. And it's normal because I cannot say in English, I rain, you rain, he, she rain. You only say it rains. And then you are using the conjugation. It will rain. It was raining. It rained. And so it's the same in French. Pleuvoir, neiger, to snow, grêler, that's for the ice cubes, by the way. Yeah, so in that case, it's only il. Because here, in English, you have he, she, it. And he, she is for the masculine or feminine person. It is for the animal or the object or something that is like raining, snowing. And although some people might choose it as a pronoun and then you can agree, of course, normally for non-binary, you only say they, them. But sometimes they are using a special pronoun. So, but I wouldn't, in my preference, of course, I can override my choice. I will use normally they, them, but for me, it makes me uncomfortable to say it for a non-binary because it is like an animal or something that is not appropriate for a person. But that's just my sharing. And thank you so much for bearing with me. So, pouvoir, that's also a noun. Le pouvoir, les pouvoirs. That's the power. So, je peux, I can, and pouvoir, power. And in the word conjugation in French, je peux, tu peux, il, elle peut. And then nous pouvons, vous pouvez, ils peuvent. So pouvoir is a verb that is the third group and irregular. And then there is also vouloir. Je veux, tu veux, il, elle veut. Nous voulons, vous voulez, ils veulent. And so vouloir, that's the could be want or could be will. The will. La volonté. And pouvoir, it could be like la puissance, power. Potere. Potent. Someone who is potent, who is omnipotent, you know. So that's pouvoir. Then there is also devoir. And that's also a noun. Like, that's really interesting because devoir is a noun. Un devoir, des devoirs, les devoirs, le devoir, for all the articles, definite, indefinite, singular, plural. And it's like the homework, le devoir, at school. But there is also the obligation. Il a le devoir de présenter sa carte d'identité. He has the obligation to present his identity card. So devoir, it's like must. Je dois, tu dois, il doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent. And it's I must, you must, he, she, it must, I think there is no S in that case. We must, you must, they must. And also devoir. What I like also is that there are also the past participle and the present participle. And I know that these verbs are irregular, so it's not easy because normally the verbs finishing by er, the only verb, by the way, that is irregular finishing by er is aller, A-L-L-E-R. The rest, wherever the verb you see, are obliged to have the same rules, the first group rule, so it's quite easy. As you know the rules, there are some exceptions, but phonetics. But the second and the third groups are irregular. And so the second group is finishing by IR, sorry, IR. And there are also verbs finishing by IR aside the other verbs, or IR, or RE, or any verb like on the third group. But the IR, there are verbs IR on the second and the third group. Like a better example, finir, to finish. And in that case, it's the second group because it's ended by IC or ISAN for the present participle, finissant. But by instance, and it's the case for nourrir or grandir. But dormir, to sleep, is the third group because we don't say dormissant, we say dormant. And in that case, like, and normally all the present participle finishes by ANT. The only thing is that it's easier for the first group finishing by ER because there is a root. Like aimer, it's AIMER, to love. In that case, you just have the ER, and then the root is AIM, and then you just add ANT. But for the verbs that are irregular, the root might change. The best example is savoir. Savoir, S-A-V-O-I-R, to know. Je sais, tu sais, il sait. Nous savons, vous savez, ils savent. So it's an irregular verb. The root is not the same as the root of the infinitive, but also the present participle is sachant. S-A-C-H-A-N-T. And it's not savant, by the way. The present participle is sachant, although savant is a noun. It is the person who is having the knowledge. Un savant, someone who is an inventor, a scientist, or whatever. And it's really interesting because some verbs are known from the infinitive. Some verbs are having nouns from the present participle, like savant. Another example is venant. And it's not so much used, but it's like there is more about revenant or contrevenant or intervenant. Intervenant, it's from the verb intervenir. So there is a prefix, E-N-T-E-R, and then venir. Literally like intercom. And I think it's intervene in English. And so it's someone who is intervening, someone who is participating to a conference, to a session, un intervenant, a stakeholder. So there is so much interesting about the French and the noun. So I was talking about the verb pouvoir, devoir, vouloir, falloir. Falloir is really also important. It's about the obligation. It's the only difference between falloir and devoir is that falloir is only conjuged with the it, like il. We don't say je faut, tu faut, il faut, nous fallons, vous fallait, il falle. No. There is only il faut, F-A-U-T. So I drop a lot of nuggets. Let me know in the comments if you have questions. If you don't have any question, I think I'm going to go to the next vibes because I would like to share ultimately some news because I will have something in my agenda. So I don't see any comments. Feel free to comment, and also on the replay team so that I can reply any question or address any comment the day after the 8th of June. And so now I'm going to talk about an incredible event that will happen in a bit less than 3 days. It will happen at from 7 a.m. PST to 7 p.m. PST. So you will have a 12-hour event. And here, do I have? Yeah, I will share that. And it's called the World Building Expo. Here you see the full picture. The World Building Expo. It is less than 3 days. And it is an event where you will have up to 70 plus booths, 70 plus exhibitors about many things in the business. And my room will be the 144. And feel free also to register to LAMA. So you will have the LAMA link pretty soon. I will also share it in the comments, but it's really easy. It's LAMA, like lu.ma/World Expo. LAMA/World Building Expo. And then you can register. I am normally already registered, I think, in the World Building Expo, indeed. And feel free to register so that you can attend. And there will be incredible exhibitors to show. And there will be a prize. There will be a prize. So visit as much booth as you can. The booths that are going to interest you, because at the end they will draw a prize. I will not tell more because this is a surprise, but we are doing great things, by the way. And to show you, I still have probably to make some improvements, but I will already show my room because this is the same room that I was in the previous expo. So here you will see my ReFrenchYourBrain Go Brunch room. Some improvements that I will show. But here we go, my room. And this is where my booth will be and where my class French and language sessions will be. So that's, in a nutshell, the news for the next days. And then in the next days, I will also show incredible things about my offerings. And I was not still ready, but so that's it. World Building Expo in 3 days, where I will be there in my booth room, Refrench Your Brain. Let me know in the chat whether you are live on the replay team, your thoughts, if you have any question, what you like me to cover in French. because I'm here to serve you and I'm talking in front of my mic, not knowing if you're alive or not. And let me know in the replay also if you have any questions, so that I can also cover them in the next sessions. Aside that, I see that I'm going to end this room. But before that, before ending this room, again, I would like to pay tribute to Zebi. And well, I don't have any song, so it will be for the next time. Keep shining, everyone, and also do the best that you can to enjoy right now your life. Don't wait XYZ stuff happening. Don't wait years, months, weeks, because life is not granted. Each day is a gift. So with that, see you tomorrow. And